2016 Dodge Ram Promaster. How to tell that your husband has a casual amphetamine and opiate habit. Dodge Ram Promaster. How to tell that you're a fill-in Amazon driver. Dodge Promaster. The van for you if you know how to buy a bootleg Easy Pass transponder to screw over the Verrazano and the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Have you huffed paint freshman year and have fond memories of it? Dodge Promaster. Are you living in a 900 square foot apartment working from 5:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., surviving on Wawa Sizzlers, 5-hour energy, and profanity? Well, here's a Wells Fargo car loan and a Dodge Promaster. Get up for that hustle and grind.
Today's episode of Regular Car Reviews is sponsored by Factor. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. The team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. Factor supports wholesome eating made simple. Their menus are uploaded weekly and include 27 plus meals and 33 add-on options. Choose your favorite meals or let Factor craft your order based on your taste preferences and meal history. They offer keto, calorie smart, chef's choice, vegan plus veggie options, which include seafood, meat, and plant-based meals.
Oh, it's getting cold again. It's November here in Pennsylvania. And you're watching this on November the 20th. Thanksgiving's coming up. And I'm having the vegan mushroom marsala. Hope you like the road trip. We're going to try to do more versions of those in the future. And hopefully combine them better with a car review. Maybe a traditional RCR car review in the beginning of it, and then a long tail at the end of it. But all this work naturally means that sometimes you pull days when I don't leave that chair right there. And the vegan mushroom marsala, like, I had a night last night where I had to get maybe you saw it on social media, where I had to get out a narrative in a few hours at my favorite restaurant last night, had a few drinks, woke up this morning, a little bit of a headache, so I know I'm going to eat something very clean with Factor.
Your meal is delivered fresh, never frozen to your door. Just heat, eat, and enjoy. Factor meals can be heated in the oven or microwaved in minutes. Head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use code REGULAR50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Once again, head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use code REGULAR50 to get 50% off your first Factor box.
This is a van you see every day. This is one of the Amazon vans. Now, this particular one, of course, isn't an Amazon van, but Amazon, in areas that don't have an Electrify network, use Dodge Ram Promasters. You will see this van every day now, and you never noticed them before. This is the cheapest tradesman's van you can buy in America. Dodge will sell you these things new in Costco Chubb packs. Buying departments of industrial park businesses buy Dodge Ram Promasters by lots of 10, 20, 30 or more. Okay, we have our fleet now. Now it's time to depopulate a third world country to make way for a lithium mine. This review is going to get savage, so let me soften the blow by saying the Promaster isn't a bad tradesman's van, not really, but it's cheap, made to a price, and worked to death. It's the Unity of work vans. It's the Sony Vegas of work vans. It's the Southwest Airlines of work vans. Is it American? No, not really. It's mostly Fiat. Is it a Ford Transit Cargo? No. This is a Promaster. It's an Amazon dildo, not a genuine bad dragon. Dodge Promasters will rust, shred their transmissions, spin their bearings, blow their oil rings, rust some more, suffer from electrical gremlins more perplexing than a lower decks fan fiction that was just focusing on Dr. Tiana. And also rust. I want a serval boyfriend. I hope you like never towing anything with your ProMaster. A ProMaster does have a tow setting and a receiver, and it will work in the same way your marriage will continue to work after your wife mildly not quite agreed on giving you a hall pass to get some salty seaside strange kisses in Sea Isle City. Yum, 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 get some bottom shelf dome while playing X-Men Children of the Atom while sucking on saltwater taffy. Happy birthday, you're 40. And the troubled 22-year-old sucking your extra small penis doesn't know who Freddie Mercury is. Get ready, because here are the many names of this light commercial vehicle. Citroen Jumper, Peugeot Boxer, Opel Movano, Vauxhall Movano, Peugeot Manager, and Citroen Relay. The Ram Promaster has savagely bashed around North America since 2014. This van uses a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 and a 6-speed ZF 9H P48 automatic transmission driving the front wheels. Yes, it's a front-wheel drive commercial vehicle with a tow rating. Huh. And here's a ProMaster driving full blast.
Go ahead, you can ride it. Feel free to. Today was the
I'm in manual mode right now in second gear. Here we go.
Go for it, I'm serious. This is the today
Third gear. Whee! I feel like that's how, if this was like outfitted for a shuttle bus, like an airport shuttle bus of the cranky guy who picks up people, this thing would be forever in third gear. It'd never leave third gear.
Now, I can understand how older Gen Zs can drive Amazon vans like these with only 4 years of driving experience, because Dodge ProMasters drive like cars. ProMasters drive like cars. ProMasters drive like cars. If the Dodge ProMaster has a saving grace, it's that. It's driving dynamics. You can put anybody with a pulse behind the wheel of one of these commercial vehicles, and 9 times out of made-up statistics, they won't crash them into parking bollards and loading dock corner bumpers. Backing up is another story, but the amazing visibility, soft steering, gentle suspension, and linear throttle response makes amateur drivers competent in these crosstown long boys. But if you're an owner-operator like Nicholas, you have to pay attention to 1. Squeaky brakes, 2. The radiator hoses and cap seals, just the whole radiator in general. 3. Oil pressure sensor. 4. Heater blend door. Nicholas didn't have all of these problems. These are just cross-message board averages. 5. Headlight housings, letting moisture in and popping headlight bulbs. 6. Roller bearings and roller arms. 7. Wheel bearings, step on my ball sack. 8. Disappearing coolant. 9. A rough idle. And 10. Self-accumulating coins and cup holders covered in syrup and cum. Why would you ever get a ProMaster when the Ford Cargo is better? Did someone have a gun pointed at your face? Did someone grab you from behind and drag you inside? The ProMaster represents a lot of things, and none of them are good, because what the ProMaster represents is pure stress. And not just the stereotypical stress that comes with an unmarked van, but the stress that comes along with the livery of an honest business. You see, a tradesman's van is one of those cars that's already starting at a deficit in the race to be appreciated. Some cars are easy to love. Others remind you of responsibilities. You may grow to hate your project car for all you put into it, but when the project is done, the meter can start spinning in the other direction as affection grows for the thing you brought to life with your calloused Haynes manual hands. But a van like this is a work vehicle, to the point where it could never be loved for what it is. It can only be loved for what it does or doesn't do. Does it make my job easier? Does it make my job possible? How screwed am I if this needs to go into the shop for a week? More than those project cars you've already sunk a bunch of savings into, work vehicles are a whole different level of stress, because they're what makes all the money possible in the first place. It needs to be something you don't think about, because if you ever have to worry about the dependability of your work van on top of everything else that goes along with running a business, you're going to become more ulcer than man. But the Promaster is part of America's beacon on the hill narrative, even though this is not an American van. You are shining the light onto the rest of the neighborhood, or county, or state, because you work. If people in other houses or in other neighborhoods don't do anything, as if people in other counties don't do anything but sit with their thumb up their rectum as they dream of KFC buckets and Section 8 housing, this is a large van that makes no apologies or compromises, like an IT manager who knows he's the only thing separating a company of boomers from complete irrelevancy in the modern business world. It's part of the same class as the Chevy Suburbans and Cadillac Escalades and Lincoln Navigators of the world, cars that are huge and know it, big in a way you just can't blame on utility. This is a van that feels like it's out on a mission to communicate to the world or the county or your neighborhood that it's carrying precious cargo. It's also carrying the pursuit of happiness itself. Promasters are important vans for important men. Every conversation has a, well, let me tell you about that, and then later at some point and multiple times a refrain of, hang on, I gotta take this. And yet, for all the responsibility that's placed on its operations, it's a remarkably simple van because Americans like simple, but we don't like novice.
You don't use the back doors too often?
I use more of the sliders.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, alright. Thought you might have needed some keys.
Kapow. Does this thing have a safety? Does it only shoot?
It has a safety.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
push the front on
it won't actually
Yeah.
shoot brads. It's a brad nailer, right?
Yeah, it's still bad now. One of these that has like the power moving mirrors, it would be right here.
Oh, really?
Yep. So these door pockets are known to fail all the time. And I see you painted right under the door sill. Oftentimes paint completely chipped off of that, right?
That was there when
That was like that, yeah.
They probably fixed it.
So normally, because it's like where you put your foot, it's like this would all just get chipped off, and so oftentimes we had to repaint that. So that's why it's like that, because the paint, they're known to rust there. So
Makes a lot of sense. And you know what you noticed actually? There's rust in the door here. When you close.
yep. So it all,
Right
because
there,
like
it
soot
stays
and
out.
just shit from your feet all kind of just sit there, and
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you're right, like a waterfall. basically.
Yep.
Oh yeah, look, even on here.
Mhm.
It's all,
oh yeah,
you see
common
where it's
problem.
all sitting.
Yeah.
I know these too well.
It doesn't feel right without like a big Wawa cup right here.
Yeah. There's usually a few.
I'm trying to see where my hood is, and I have the camera in my hand now. And it's literally, if you hold it, I'm holding the GoPro right up to the windshield. You literally can't see the hood. The camera can, but you know, from right here, I can't. Okay, climbing the hill. What's fifth gear, fourth gear? Oh, fourth gear, it'll move. It'll move up the hill in fourth, okay. I can't imagine what they expect you to put up here. Just because it's tilted. Anything you put in these holes right here are gonna fall immediately down there. And if you do like the workman van thing where you take all your invoices and they all just go up there, I wonder if you do that, when people do that, it just blocks your defroster. Yeah. This thing looks like it would have been an extra piece of storage space, but it's nothing.
Yeah, you almost wonder if there's different options.
Yeah. First gear is really low.
I feel like it handles, I mean, out of all the work type vehicles I've driven, I feel like it's very nice to drive.
That's what Lance said too. It says it does drive like a car.
Yeah.
No place. I guess your left foot. I guess that is supposed to be a dead pedal, or I guess where the wheel is.
I think maybe both. Yeah, because there's a wheel well here where my foot is.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The steering wheel's straight. I was not expecting that from a work van.
I try and treat it good.
The sensation of driving this van is very similar to riding a Honda Nighthawk motorcycle. It's very, here comes Mr. Good Boy posture. There's no real, I don't feel like there's any way for me to slouch.
No, you have to like sit up and drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like this is sitting in the passenger seat here. It's probably the first time I've actually slouched and like sat back like this in the van.
I know Lance and I was ready to complain about it being a cheap work van, but gosh darn it, it doesn't drive easy. It doesn't feel anything like an Econoline van.
That's what I had previously.
Yeah.
Yeah, E250 I had, and I like this way better. It was a 2013 or 14. It has a lot more room in the back, and it's kind of funny. Coincidentally, I'm like the exact height in the back, so I could just I could walk around with like a half inch above my head. So it's like it's a lot more accessible in the back. I felt like the previous one.
Well, these are the manual shifts.
Go ahead, you can ride it. Feel free to. Today was the
I'm
most.
in manual mode right now in second gear. Here we go.
Go for it. I'm serious. This is the. Today was
Third gear. Whee! I feel like that's how, if this was like outfitted for a shuttle bus, like an airport shuttle bus of the cranky guy who picks up people, this thing would be forever in third gear. It'd never leave third gear.
just fly away.
This is a 6-speed, yeah, 6-speed max. Okay.
Oh wow, yeah. Today was the most I've ever taken it on a highway. Because where I live, it's just like endless suburbs connected to suburbs. Like, I mean, it's hard to find a road where you can even really go faster, like 40, 35, like it's just,
Yeah, it feels like that would work.
And,
Sorry, Lance just said when he was delivering engines in one of these, he would always put it in manual mode and merge onto the highway. Just boom.
I never knew that. Yeah, I've literally never messed with it. I know it's there, but I've never messed with it. And there's some kind of button for tow haul, but I don't even know what it does.
I keep wanting to look into other people's windows of other cars because I'm so high up.
Yeah, because you're tall, right? You see everything there.
Yeah.
It's nice when you park too, like I do a lot of parallel parking. And I mean, like, to know where the front is, it's basically, if you're gonna hit a wall, just look out the window. Like,
Yeah.
you literally can see. And same with the butt. You have maybe 6 inches from the back window bumper, so you just know, like, I guess it's kind of weird when you drive because, yeah.
Does Dodge make passenger versions of these things?
Yeah, there's ones with seats. I think it's, you gotta look it up. I think it's up to 15 people.
Okay.
Some of the there's like marks and stuff on the floor. I think maybe where it would bolt in, because I've never had a van like this, but I've seen one where they took a work van and they added a single row of seats in the back, like a single back seat, and then the rest was tools. So I guess it can be done too. But yeah, there is like a passenger one with panels, seat belts, everything.
About what do these things MSRP for?
I have no idea, because when I bought this, it was a bit of a crisis. It was my first work van. Our first work van got stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
They cut the catalytic converters out. They took all my tools. They abandoned the van at the train station. So I took it. I got it fixed. I put money into it, but it wasn't running right. So I sold that one, and you just have to put a down payment on this. But here's the catch: when I bought this, there was about 4 of these for sale in the whole state, because in 2020, 2021, everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were doing what I was doing, and they were going out on their own independently, starting a new career. So there was a big shortage of work vans, that coupled with all the other coronavirus type stuff. So when I bought this, no joke, I went on like cars.com, and there was only 4 or 6 results in the whole state of New Jersey.
Wow.
And I saw this on a Saturday night, and I called, like, literally
Because here's the thing that people don't really seem to get about the relationship between trades and Dodge, Stellantis, really. Everybody who gets behind the wheel of one of these things wants to be proven wrong. Show us some build quality, please, Dodge Ram. Prove to us you still care. You're a self-important brand for people who want to seem important. See every Dodge Cummins and Chargers. These are cars for people who feel undervalued. Muscle cars for the compensating. Electric vehicles to silence the carbon footprint hippies. Yes, these vans are offered as electric. And trucks for every backwoods yokel from Beat Your Wife County. Get your goddamn act together, Dodge. You're making us look like assholes. Okay, bigger assholes. But still, maybe that will be my New Year's resolution. I want to find a Ram that I like. Roman is doing Race to the Bottom to find something he hates, but maybe I just want to find something produced by Dodge that illustrates to me what Dodge sees in the brand, because I don't see it. I get it that this van is the backbone of most small businesses in this country. I still don't see it. And it's not because I don't want to, but you can't see the sun when you're constantly being put in a windowless building. And yet, maybe this brand-engineered van is the last vestige of what Dodge used to be. Reliable as long as you throw money at it. But, I do concede that the Dodge Ram Promaster isn't a bad van. It really isn't. It's sold all over the world and bought in chub packs and in fleet sales. You don't stay in business by building junk, but Promasters are worked to death, like the people who usually drive them. Like a family who all looks the same, so they all drive one Nissan Sentra 24 hours a day for Lyft or Uber, each one assuming the identity of the one family member who owns the Nissan. A Promaster's engine oil never cools, and its thermostat never closes. This truck is the Norman Reedus in Death Stranding.
I deliver. What else is there to know?
When it breaks, when it's exhausted, it's repaired and filled up with blood. Off you go. Time to do battle again. So, as the sun sets on this gumball committee design van, I salute you. The hustle is real, so get after it. Just don't tow anything with this.